Hello and welcome, or welcome back to my YouTube channel. Maybe some of you still remember that I did some Bob Ross a time ago, and today I want to try another tutorial, this time with watercolors. Can we actually make a Bob Ross painting with watercolors? I have no idea, but we will see. Let's go and try. First, I need a canvas. I have a 30 centimeters x 40 centimeters canvas. His is usually bigger, but that is okay. I did a smaller one last time as well. Here are my nasty old watercolors. I think they are probably still from school times. Oh my goodness, this is nasty. Anyway, we will use them. I have some brushes. Last time I did it with acrylic colors. He always uses oil colors, but I don't have oil colors and I want to see if it works with other colors too. So let's start with the video.
Hi, welcome back. Certainly glad you could join us today. I thought today I'd show you a little painting that is so simple that even if you've never painted, you can do this one, guarantee. Today I just have a plain old double prime canvas and I've painted it with black gesso and allowed the black gesso to dry completely.
I didn't look at it before, so I have no idea what the picture will actually be at the end. I don't know. And he starts with a black background. I have no idea if the watercolors will actually show on that, but we will try it. Oh, that's not even holding here. Is the watercolor too old? Can watercolor run out of date? I mean, I knew that this would be thin, but I didn't know that I will have a picture today where he starts with a black canvas. That is completely dry. Maybe I will go shopping between. So if I look completely different, it's because the canvas wasn't dry at the end. Okay, you don't have to watch this. Let me quickly color this completely. First layer done, and we for sure need at least like 4 more.
Okay, das habe ich online zu kein Wasserfarben ablaufen gefunden. Guck mal.
I already thought that I have a reason to buy new watercolor, even if I never use it. No matter how it turns out, this will be the decoration for a new guest. So that's the second layer. I will give it a few more layers and let it dry, and then I'll be back and we can continue. Let's go! I am back with the most horrible ohrwurm ever. Listen to Da 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 from Trio in this paint. The canvas is dry and I would say quite black. So let's move on.
So it's totally dry. And we're going to start out today and we'll just use a paper towel that I've wadded up here. And I'm going to show you how to take gesso. We use black, white, and gray gesso in different combinations up here. And I'll show you how to make a little back painting, and then we'll come back and I'll put a canvas up that has a finished gesso painting on it.
Okay, so we start with white, much white, and a semi-wet paper towel, I guess. I dunk it in, and he's just doing this. I have no idea what this picture will be in the end. If you already have an idea, let me know. What Bob Ross taught me last time is that everybody is an artist and that he has to bring the trash outside at home. The rest I forgot. But I think that's enough information, not white drizzles. Is it ever enough white drizzles? Moving on.
This takes a very complicated tool. This is called a foam brush. That's all it is. It's just a little disposable foam brush.
A foam brush. I'm sure that I had something like this somewhere. I have a sponge. It is a very nasty old one, but it will do.
So let's start and do some little background trees. I'll take this little foam brush and go through a little bit of the black gesso. Just load it up. It doesn't really matter. And we go up in here and we have to make our first major decision. Where up here does our tree live? All you do is touch, and as you work down, apply more pressure, and automatically your tree trunk will get larger toward the base.
Couldn't I just do that like with a normal brush? Actually, I think I have to do it with a brush. God, I can't draw a straight line, but it looks more black now. That looks nice. We could leave it like that, I think. Okay, next he takes some gray. Now he takes white.
We've painted a whole forest here in just a second. But that's really all there is to it. You just sort of work back and forth and wherever you want them to go.
The further away from the light source, the lighter they become.
And when we paint it, you'll understand why a little bit of the gray there. Okay, then we can go up in here and we can decide there's always little baby trees living amongst all these big ones. So we can put little delicate trees and sticks and twigs. If you have enough water, this will just slide right over it.
Like little trees. That looks decent from my point of view at least. Let's see if I can also just make a few happy little accident branches. I mean, using the wrong brushes is like a little accident, right? I should do one of this coloring by numbers. They usually come with a thin brush. It says there will be color, but we have to appreciate color more, so we start like this. I already appreciated color. Well, no need to take it away from me. It has something to it that I like. I'm not quite sure yet what it is, but it's very relaxing to paint. I think I didn't paint since the last time we did that sort of video, so let's do the gray ones and the white ones. Do I get better at this or do I just care less? I'm not sure, but I have fun.
Another little thing that's real good. Have some limbs coming from over here where you don't know where they are. They're back over there somewhere. Because the trees didn't just stop right there. Let some limbs come from over here. It doesn't matter from where.
Maybe now is the time to stop.
Let's go back up in here. And I just use the foam brush to do this. Just figure out where he lives and go, gotta make all those noises and put a big old tree. He lives right there. I want him to come right across. There. But these little disposable foam brushes work very good for this.
Okay, I have to make a big old tree and make noises with it, so brace yourself. I'm a little bit sorry, but also I'm kind of not sorry. This is quite fun. Let's add some detail.
Because when you do yours, you're going to see it totally different. And it's going to be better. It's going to be much better than this one.
Oh, Bob, little do you know what kind of people will make this like me. Okay, what's next?
Down here on the bottom, we're going to put some little indications. You could do it with a paper towel. I'll just use this little foam brush. Think where light's coming through. And I'm just going to take a little foam brush and just touch. Just touch. You can do it with anything. Gesso, I'm going into some gray gesso. There, see? Maybe over here on the other side. Just a little bit more of that.
Okay, I think we make bushes. I'm not quite sure what he's doing there, but am I ever sure what he's doing there? He's just like doing something like this with his sponge. And he's like, that's all. And I'm like, stress. I kind of see a vision. I'm not sure which vision I see here. Okay, what is he doing next?
I'm using a little black and a little gray mixed together here. Figure out where your path lives. And just take this little foam brush and basically lay it in.
That's fine. Just put it in here. That was a little bit too light gray, I guess.
And just like when we're normally painting, we need to lay that path down in there a little bit. So we put a bush over here on this side. Just like so. I want the front of it to be darker than up there because it would be closer to the light source.
His picture looks like a black and white picture, like photograph. And mine looks like this. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. I thought, yeah, mine looks decent and not too different from his. Till he was like, yes, and now I pull out the one that is already dry that I prepared for you earlier. He just pulled that out of his butt. How is the modern housewife supposed to follow this tutorial when she sees this episode on TV? Margaret from down the street won't be able to follow along that. Okay, let's let it dry for a little bit and then move on. Be right back. Back to business. I think it is quite dry. There are some spots that aren't dry, but I ate something, I had a phone call, I don't know what to do. So let's move on.
Small amount of phthalo blue. Phthalo blue. Very little paints are required for this painting. Very, very little. You can always add more. Let's go up here. Start at the top. And all we're doing in reality is putting a glaze right over the top of our gesso. Isn't that fantastic? This makes some of the most gorgeous little paintings. And they're wonderful to do for friends and family because they'll just be amazed at how fast they happen. I'm gonna take that right down to just the tops of these little bushy looking things that we made.
No, last time he wanted everything to flow nicely into each other. And I couldn't because I was doing it with acrylic last time. This time he doesn't want to have any flow between colors at all and shapes. I'm using watercolor because I thought, oh yeah, he's a flowy guy. Is it blue enough? Maybe I overdid it, I'm not sure yet. But now we take yellow.
That's the reason I picked the Indian yellow over the other yellows we use. And I'm gonna start right in here. We'll just cover the whole thing, it doesn't matter. Like so, with Indian yellow. But notice we intentionally let a little of that blue come down. The reason is because when we touch it now with this yellow, it's gonna create a greenish cast. And with that, let's start at the base. I want this to be the darkest, so we'll start here and work upward.
Ugh. Maybe it will turn out as something, I don't know. Oy, oy, oy. Oy, oy, oy. For some time this went really fine and then it didn't anymore. We'll still hang it because that's how it goes in here.
Let's make this brighter, like the sun. You know, when you walk through the woods, you can see the sun in the background and it just burns through the trees and it's so bright. Sometimes you can't hardly even make out the tree trunks, it's so bright. I'm gonna take just the corner, there you can see it, see just the corner of the brush and go right into a little bit of the white. Okay, let's go up in here. Figure out where the sun lives up in here. In my world, I think it's right behind this limb here. Start right over the limb. Because once again, to me, when you look at the sun that bright, it's like it just burns right through that tree branch. And
I don't have the right brushes for this, but everybody knew that. If you came here and you thought you would see professionality, no. I guess that now you know. Okay, so he took like a bit of the brush and pushed it in the white.
Now anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. And in your world, you should be able to do anything that you want to do. But look at it, it's so bright it almost hurts the eyes. Sometimes it's fun to make like light rays zinging through there. All you gotta do is just decide where it lives, see? Touch it and then give it a little pull. I really hope you try this one, and I'd love it if you'd send me a photograph of what you do, because it's unbelievable, some of the pictures.
If he would still be alive, I would
People
so
are doing
send him a
fantastic
photograph and say,
things.
you made me do
Until I
this.
hear from you, I'd like to wish you happy painting. And God bless, my friend.
Am I happy with it? I don't know yet. It's not bad. It's not the worst that I made in my life. Last time he wanted us to mix colors into each other. This time he didn't. So that was a little bit of a struggle. So I think it would have been cooler if we would have done this here in watercolor and this here in acrylic. I still had fun doing it, and I still really like Bob Ross. I would love to hear what you guys say in the comments. Please be gentle with me. I am aware that yes, with the colors that he actually uses, this would probably turn out better even if I do it. But it was worth a try to do it with watercolor. Please let me know if in general you like Bob Ross videos, and if you already tried one or plan to try one, or maybe even this specific one. And if you enjoyed the video, please make sure to leave a like and a subscription if you didn't already do that. And if you're now up for more of my content, that is maybe more on the crafty or baking side, then make sure to check out the videos that are already uploaded. Otherwise, maybe I will see you next week in the next video. Take care and goodbye. Hade på badet din gamle chokolade. Where will I hang this up, Donans?